So let's talk about how a lot of men believe this lie that you need to have money to talk to a lot of women. And I feel like if you've been touching grass, that is, if you've been seeing things happen in the real life, you get to realize that there are a lot of rich men who have problems talking to women. Yet there are a lot of broke men who have no problems talking to women. And in short, they actually pull more quality and obviously more quantity of women than the men who have money. And if you look at it very well, it's mostly because of the way we treat money, right? Let's be frank. Money is very, very important. But if you don't understand its importance, you lose yourself in that process. So, first, let's talk about the first myth, which is the lies about money. Money is very important, but to an extent. I see people who say things like muscles will make you attractive. Yes, but muscles will make you attractive to an extent does not mean that you become a full-blown bodybuilder. Like, I mean, like all those professional guys, and all of a sudden you have lots of women flooding to you. No, you would most likely end up at some point you get in the muscle gains, any muscle beyond that, you're attracting more of guys that want to build muscles than ladies themselves. Same thing with money, right? The kind of money you have, right, that makes you comfortable, that makes you confident, that makes you talk to almost any woman. But at some point, anything beyond that is a waste. Because if you've ever seen the rich, right, at some point, if by the time you have a family and you're still rich, so when those things won't even matter to your wife anymore. And there are reasons for that, right? So first things first, the entire lie that you have to postpone happiness until you have money. You have to postpone, and I definitely fell for this, and this is very bad because I had a very deep rethink recently, man. I figured that most of the ideas that were in my head were not really my ideas, right? They're not really my goals. For example, is you see people who tell you to set goals 10K per month or 100K per month, and all of a sudden, which is completely good, right? But more often than not, we sacrifice too much about health. We sacrifice a lot of things. And these are things that we sacrifice that we really care about. So, for example, is I would rather be I would rather have maybe I rather be a millionaire in my 30s, and I have a very nice social life. My family is good. I have my family raised. Now, for me to be a billionaire, right? And I have a problem talking to women, right? Because when I really feel like this thing comes from a situation where a lot of people don't really design their life in the future. They live in the present moment with their present problems. They set a goal, they get to that goal, they set a bigger goal, thinking that that goal will make them happy. And this reminds me of a quote. I can't remember who said this, but I think it's Alex Omoji. He said, "You have already achieved the things that you said will make you happy." If you think about it, right, you get to realize that more often than not, some of the goals that we set are goals of distraction. They're not really goals that are supposed to help us really, really become better people. They're just goals that help us to feel good for the moment. We get them now. Down the line, we're bored. We want something else. We want the next thing. Now, the real key to attracting women, because to be very frank, most of the time we get money because of women. Well, I get that women are byproducts, right? But they're very nice byproducts, right? So if you want to, this video, I'm not talking about other things, but if you want to get women, right, without having money, the key thing here is to become a very high frequency person. A high frequency person is a person that everyone loves his vibe around. When he's around, everybody is lit. There's never a dull moment with this person. And you don't have to be a loud person to be a high frequency person. Somebody who is interesting, somebody who brings good vibe. Even you could be an introvert who listens, who has a very nice mystery. You walk well, you don't even talk too much. Trust me, that is a different league of high frequency people. They're very quiet, but you know what? They know how to bring everything together. Now, I'm not trying to I'll probably give you guys tips on that later. I can be very quiet. You can, because I basically threw a party recently, and even up until today, it's about 20 days since I threw the party. And I literally got a comment from somebody who wasn't at the party, but who saw me today. I was talking about how she didn't get invited to the party. And this is the party of emergency. But hey, I don't talk to too many people, but I figured that you can become a high frequency person if you know how to talk to people, the kind of people you talk to. So basically, for you to be a high frequency person, your presence is something that people should crave for. You're that confident guy. You're that charismatic guy. You're that guy that people can confide in. You listen to people. You have interest. You know how to give jokes basically. So I think I have made a video on how to become a high frequency person. The entire idea of this video is to tell men to be precise, to stop believing this idea that you need money. You need, keyword there is need money to do almost everything. No, money is important to some extent, right? But be okay without it. What I mean without it is learn to do things with a personality attached to it. That is why I encourage becoming a high frequency person. Be somebody who can achieve goals, right? Who can do things. You can walk up to a woman, right? And precisely, speaking about that, I remember something happened. I have this guy who is I'll say he's richer than me. He's very okay, and he said something that all of my shirts are plain. They are plain, and they're kind of like cheap. And yet, when I wear them, and he wears his more expensive clothes, I have a better fit than him. I said, your missing the point is wearing the shirt doesn't make you who you are. It is my body. It is the body you're looking at, the entire frame that I built over the years. Now, I'm really not here to brag about that because, to be very frank, there's no point in being cocky. I'm only just saying this because you as a person, even if you have $10 million in your bank account, if you feel like your body to you is shitty, if you don't work with swag, I tell him that fine. He needs to just find his style, right? He cannot use my style. He might go to the gym and still walk different. He may not walk fully, he may not be himself, but building your body, trust me, you'll build your attraction 100%. Even working with swag, and I'm also trying to add a particular swag to the way that I walk. Now, I'm not trying to fake anybody's swag. I was figured that when I tried it initially, it gave me this boost of confidence, like this extra boost of, I don't give a fuck. I'm coming to anywhere I'm going to, and I really don't care. Like, you can look at me, I really don't care, because ever since I started vlogging at the gym, at first I was cautious about my surroundings, but these days I'm like just talking to my camera, getting into that flow state and enjoying it. Something with the swag movement, and plus I'm about to like start boxing, and it also adds to the entire swag, just me vibing and everything. So thank you very much. The whole entire idea, the entire point of this video was to tell you to heal your relationship with money, to tell yourself to be free, right? And obviously, please don't get distracted, because most guys get distracted. And it really depends on where you are in your journey. If you are in the part of your journey where your life is in your rut, I'll tell you to please, first of all, focus on fixing, right? Focus on fixing your life. Be on the path first. Be on the path. Have a structure, have routines in your life before you can take this advice. So this advice is based for people who have a routine, who have a vision, and people, most especially people who understand, who follow the principle of lifestyle design, not goal setting, which are two different things. I have made a video on lifestyle design, and I made the videos on goals. So if you read them, if you watch them carefully, you'll get what I'm referring to. So thank you very much. Please heal your relationship with money. At the same time, become a very high frequency person, somebody that people want to be around. The more people want to be around you, the more women want to be around you. The more, and if you add some mystery to that, trust me, some women, right, will leave a guy who is rich and they'll flock to you because you're a high frequency person. That is the underlying thing. Now, I may remake my high frequency person because walking around with this swag made me feel very cocky, to be very honest. But is it cocky in a way that I don't give two fucks about what people think about me? I do what I want to do to myself and just added this boost basically. So thank you very much. Kindly share my video with somebody who is out there thinking that money is everything. Money is all he needs to make it in life, and he will basically thank you very, very much. So thank you very much. Talk to you soon, and bye for now.